And the ball goes out for a Wimbledon throw midway inside their half on the right-hand side. And it will be taken here by Ogundere. Ogundere waits. He wants to throw this one long towards either Pell or Davison. Pell looks to flick it on at the second attempt. He'll play it towards Davison. Davison loses that. Gallagher brings it down. Now it's with Martin once again. Moreira left-hand side for Chelsea, who come forward. The ball played in field. This is Gallagher running at the Wimbledon defence. It's a really good run, and the shot takes the deflection, and it's out for a corner. But that was much more dynamic.
Much. Do you know what, Dan? 1 and 2 touch, moving the ball quickly. Conor Gallagher smells blood. He gets that first touch out of his feet, gets the second, goes around the incoming challenge from Lewis. Gets his shot, tries to wrap his foot around. It was quite central. In the end, the challenge from Pierce makes sure the ball goes behind for a Chelsea corner as well. The first corner, not been that impressed with our corners. No one's at that near post. And the corner, the first one came in near post. There's everyone's on the edge of the box. There's 5 or 6 players on the edge of the box. Look at the split. Don't go near post.
And it comes again, it's driven in low. They tried the same tactic and it's not worked twice on the spin. Will that change for the third corner? We'll find out. Kukurea, meanwhile, gets a shove in the back, and that's going to be a free kick for Chelsea.
Not sure, Dan, how anyone is supposed to, on the edge of the box, centrally, how anyone's supposed to get in front of anyone that's on that near post when it's drilled toward and it's on the ground. I don't know how that works.
No, I know what you mean. I think it's designed to create a little bit of space, but it's so difficult to try and beat the first man if he comes off the line. And it's not worked so far. Here is Disasi. And now it's with Humphries in field for Chelsea to try and make progress. Ugochukwu takes a touch and then down the line. Ugochukwu goes again. Now, opportunity maybe to get some players in and around that penalty area. Watson has it now for Chelsea. Gallagher calling for it. Kukurea over on the left-hand side. This is Colwill to join in. Left-footed, plays it to the left-hand side, and Kukurea plays it back. Still Chelsea probing away.
We're not doing enough at the moment. There's been 1 or 2. That ball into Kukurea, and a chance there for when Connor gets on the edge of the box. But it's a little bit pedestrian. It's a bit slow. It's a little bit predictable. Needs support out wide. The problem he's got Kukurea there, and it's not a good first touch, is that where's his first touch got to be? It's got to be better. But there's no support out wide. You need someone out wide, or certainly to come and support him.
Colwill, 28 minutes in. Gallagher drives forward, plays it to the right-hand side. Chelsea still probe. Maduike looking for Gallagher again. Gallagher will turn. Takes it away from a couple of Wimbledon players, plays it infield. Marston, now it's with Maduike. Good football from Chelsea. Maduike looking to run at the Wimbledon back line. Still going forward. It's an excellent run. Maduike lays it off it. Marston, can he pull the trigger?
Shape of Wimbledon's brilliant. Brilliant defensive unit from Wimbledon.
Here is Kukurea, left-hand side. Chelsea try again, left flank. Moreira has possession. One step over. Has to knock it back. And that's going to be...
Moreira, for me, too many touches. Has too many touches, Dan. Trying to be, needs a step over, a trigger. You ain't got to do that. Remember when Ronaldo first turned up Manchester United? Wants to do a trick every time he gets the ball. Sometimes the trick ain't on, Dan. Sometimes the trick is, have your touch, draw the players, move the ball. That's what my advice would be to him.
Here is Moreira, who wins an aerial duel well to find Gallagher. Gallagher battles away, shoulder to shoulder with Tilly. And Chelsea come up with possession. Maduike does really well moving across to the left-hand side.
He's been bright, Maduike. You know, he's been, of the wide men that certainly on one side. It's in stark contrast. I'm giving the ball away.
Pellet looks to play it forwards here, and that's a poor first touch from Davison. Should have done much better, shouldn't he, Davison, there from Pell's ball. That's a chance
here. We can get out here because their shape's disrupted.
Well, can Chelsea get out?
Get it wide.
Here is Colwill. Moreira is wide. And here he is. He's got Kukurea just in front of him. Moreira to curl the ball towards the back post.
His decision-making, I have to say, has been dreadful. His decision, when you should beat a player in that position there, where you've got a little bit more attacking prowess, you've got space, he then decides to cross to one man in the box. And look, he's young. I don't want to berate the boy but you've got to learn quickly. And these are the games where you get given a chance. Having too many touches in tight areas, and when there's a little bit of space where you maybe can challenge a defender or take a play on, he's then opts to cross it.
Chelsea have possession. Colwell with the ball at his feet, just inside Chelsea territory. Left-hand side, Cucurella back towards Colwell. All this play inside the Chelsea half at the moment. Disasi will take a touch. And now Chelsea try and move the ball forward to the right-hand side. And Maduike. Maduike's got Gallagher outside him. Decides to come in field. The crossfield ball, though, towards Moreira. Moreira's first touch is a little better. Finds Cucurella.
No, makes the right call. Makes the right call.
First time this time. And now it's with Ugachukwu, and eventually for Colwell, and now it's with Disasi. Still Chelsea probe. Maduike, he's got Humphries for support. He's got Gallagher in field as well. Disasi joins in. Wimbledon well drilled, keeping Chelsea out at the moment. Here is Martin to turn, runs into trouble in the shape of Tilly, but still has possession. A little narrow at the moment, maybe, but Chelsea do have options on the flanks. Moreira. And Cucurella is one of them. Cucurella, left-hand side, looks to try and find Martin again, but not the best of balls from Cucurella. And it should be cleared away here by Wimbledon and Williams. And is Cucurella then wins it back. Determined display from Cucurella on that occasion. Gallagher, centrally, prods it to the right-hand side. And Humphries over to the right flank. And Maduike and Wimbledon once again snuff out the threat.
Again, hard work in Wimbledon. Digging in the shape of the team, the 4-4-2 or the 4-6, if you like, when Chelsea have possession in that final third. I'd like to see the width of the pitch stretch their midfield line. The ball's got to come out to Cucurella.
Here he is, Cucurella into the final third. Quick 1-2. Cucurella gets the ball inside the area and the header. It's wide from Burstow, but it took a touch off a Wimbledon player. That's a corner, and that was better.
It was better because we moved the ball quickly out to Cucurella. This is what Wimbledon are doing now is very impressive. But I got to tell you, to do this for 90 minutes plus, this is hard graft. It takes one player just to leave your man or half a second.
And it comes from Moreira, out swinging corner to the edge of the penalty area. Better delivery and better positioning from the Chelsea players on that occasion, but they can't do anything with it. Have to recycle through Sanchez on the halfway line. Now it's with Martin to pick it up. Moreira had made the run, and eventually Martin spots him, but that was when Moreira had checked his run because he was fearful of going offside.
Yeah, forcing one or two things here. Been one or two performances that are trying to impress, given the chance, given their shirt, overplaying, doing things that really, do the simple. You often find in football's a simple game. Do the simple things well, and chances are you will dominate, especially the players that we've got.
Disasi. Now it's with Humphries back towards Sanchez.
I don't mind Wimbledon pressing us here, by the way. We can get out. We've got the players to get in. We haven't seen this enough.
Long punt forward with Burstow off in chase, but it's well defended by Wimbledon. Here is Ugachukwu. He loses out. And Wimbledon have it back, and suddenly Davison is on the move here, but he won't get to that surely, and the ball goes out of play for a Chelsea throw down by the corner flag on the left-hand side. We've had 33.5 minutes here. It is Chelsea 0, Wimbledon 1. Tilly from the spot. The difference after Pell was clattered into by Sanchez. You could debate the penalty decision, but the penalty was converted. No VAR in the second round of the League Cup, of course, and Chelsea have got work to do to make sure that they are in the draw for the third round, which takes place tonight, incidentally. It is Cucurella, left-hand side, 15 yards inside Wimbledon territory.
That's nice. I like that. Switching play, doing it early, stretch their midfield, stretch their back line.
Maduike drops the shoulder, still has possession. Humphries outside him. Here is Humphries. Can Bashir Humphries do? Now it's with Gallagher, just waiting patiently for a way in. Martin back towards Humphries. Now it's with Maduike. It's on his left side. It's a good hit, but it's blocked, and it will be cleared away by Wimbledon.
Defending really well, Wimbledon, certainly their box.
Cucurella, are Chelsea just beginning to find a way through here? A little bit better in the last 5 minutes or so, dropping into some good pockets of space, using the flanks a bit better, and more 1 and 2 touch play potentially here from Chelsea. This is Colwell. Now it's with Disasi. Space in front of him. Into the final third. The French defender comes forward, plays it towards Bashir Humphries. Humphries, who will knock it back for Gallagher. 25 yards out, right-hand side. Maduike shows good strength, runs into trouble. That's a free kick. Good decision from the referee.
It is a good decision from the referee, and he allows the play just to develop, see if Chelsea do benefit from it. Conor Gallagher actually has had a really good half, all action, offering support, as he so often does. He covers every blade of grass. Yeah, it's a good decision. And this represents a shooting opportunity. We're talking 6 yards outside. Yeah, it favours the left footer. Noni Maduike is over this, as is Conor Gallagher.
So who's going to take this one on?
It feels like Noni just yeah, that's what it looks like, favourite, but you can also bend it with the right foot over the wall, the other side.
Maduike over the wall, over the crossbar, not on target.
Now, so many things wrong with that free kick. One, no, not enough pace. Two, it's like a cross. Too much air underneath it. It's a no. That's not, even if that's on target, that's not beating anyone, I'm afraid.
Yeah, gets underneath it, doesn't really catch it. Nowhere.
No, there's got to be
troubling pass.
There's got to be a little bit of venom on it to try and get it in the net. Certainly over the wall as well. That was easy for keeper Bass.
Wimbledon have possession. This is Ogunde coming forward on the right-hand side. Moreira is goal side. Ogunde tries to take it beyond him, but can't. Good covering from the Chelsea youngster, making his debut, of course, like the other youngsters we've seen previously for Chelsea. The likes of Wilson, of course, back from that loan spell, and Burstow up front, and Humphries over on that right-hand side. But so far, it is the League Two team, fourth-tier side, keeping Chelsea in their place. 1-0 Wimbledon lead. Haven't been knocked out by a fourth-tier team in the League Cup since the late 80s when Scarborough knocked Chelsea out. Here is Gallagher racing free. Right-hand side, gets to the byline, takes a touch. He's got 3 inside the penalty area. Gallagher still has it. Reverse ball was going nowhere. And Pell should be able to clear.
So the problem we've got...
This is Maduike to clear.
No, the problem we've got is that we're now full. Wimbledon defensively, this unit, I have to say, defensively, brilliant from Johnny Jackson. Absolutely brilliant. And we're now trying to play passes that aren't even on. It's a little... So Connor's done ever so well. Wins the ball back. And he just tries to play a ball that's not on. I think we've got to be patient, move the ball left to right as quick as we can. Disrupt this four in the middle of the park.
Third time that the Phoenix Club has met Premier League opposition in the League Cup for Wimbledon. They were beaten by West Ham and Arsenal in recent seasons. That West Ham game, they did take the lead in it before losing 3-1. Cucurella battles, does well to keep his balance there. Now it's with Colwill, just outside of his own penalty area, left-hand side, finds Cucurella once again. Back towards Colwill once more. Ugachukwu to turn and finds Colwill.
Ugachukwu does ever so well, you know.
But that's what you've got to do. You've got to bait the pressure, you've got to try and draw the players onto you. Maduike has got Humphries making a move. Maduike with a 1-2 that doesn't quite come off, but he does well to keep possession.
He looks bright and lively, doesn't he? Maduike, he's got this.
Oh, he's done well there. This is Cucurella. They're claiming handball. Referee eventually agrees, but it was a bit of a pregnant pause.
Cucurella's just not expecting it. I mean, he's in that advanced area. He's just not expecting it. It's not the worst ball into him, but
it's an awkward height. But
it's like he's watching the game and also the ball's come to me.
Well, Chelsea, whose last come from behind win in this competition was a spectacular one up at Liverpool, third round, September 2018. Jason will remember that. 2-1 success at Anfield, as will most Chelsea fans. But this is very different. This is Wimbledon at home. That's Moreira to flick it forward. Burstow comes short, spins. The striker plays it infield. Gallagher has it now to turn on the halfway line. And Gallagher comes forward, skips away from one challenge made by goal scorer Tilly, and then another infield, still going forwards here. Needs a bit of help here, Gallagher. Sure, Martson looking for Burstow, behind Burstow, and it's cleared away.
Yeah, they're safe again. Does brilliantly well there, Conor Gallagher. Gets a bit of space, but you see him there looking. What he wants to is play the ball out wide, use that width of the pitch.
Maduike. It's Maduike and Gallagher that have impressed me for Chelsea. Those are the two players that are taking the game to Wimbledon.
Yeah. Hardly said Burstow's name. Yeah, and that's a bit of an issue.
Here is Cucurella. And now it's with Moreira towards the angle of the 6-yard box. He's easily cleared away by Wimbledon. Chelsea have it again. Ogachukwu. Now it's with Humphreys. Ogachukwu again. Takes a touch. White boots. Plays it back towards Disasi. There's got Colwell square. Here is Levi Colwell. Short towards Disasi again. Gets his head up. Disasi coming forward. Now it's with Humphreys. He's got Maduike in support. Ogachukwu as well. Humphreys looks to get to the byline. That's good defensive work over on that left-hand side.
Yeah, they stuck to the task well. Again,
Nerfville it was, wasn't it?
Moreira on this left-hand side. Decision-making, Dan.
Chelsea throw. 4 minutes to go until half-time. Ball is played towards Martson. Can't get hold of that one. And it's Davison's turn to try and make progress for Wimbledon. Good, strong challenge by Martson to win it back. And now it's with Gallagher. Kukurea, left-hand side. Moreira's gone inside, then out. Kukurea still has it. Plays it infield. Ogachukwu controls, finds Martson. Sliding challenge, doesn't get the ball. Martson, 50-50 here. Doesn't shirk that one. But the ball will pop out for Nerfville here on the left flank for Wimbledon. Coming forward to Ron Humphreys. Then plays a clever ball. Davison, he's on the move here. And eventually it's a really good covering challenge from Disasi. And the ball flies out of play for a corner.
Well, some food for thought from Mauricio Pochettino at half-time. We can't break this team down. It's a brilliant ball. They're looking for a counter-attack. They're 1-0 up. They've got us where they want us right now. And that counter-attack, they get the next goal in this game. This is going to be a mountain to climb. And I think there needs to be a reshuffle here, because what we're seeing at the moment, I wouldn't say running out of ideas, not just yet. There's been some half opportunities. Gas isn't a save to make, Dan. And I mean, I haven't quite got the stats in front of me. How many shots on target?
I don't think there's been one, and I will check for you shortly. Let's see what happens with the corner first and foremost, because Chelsea are under a little bit of pressure here. In swinger, good delivery. It's Pell with a header, and that's a save.
Early, go!
Well, Jason wants Sanchez to go early with the ball, and it might turn out to be a good one, because Maduike is chasing after this. Maduike has it. The ball goes out of play. Wimbledon throw.
Nice idea. Don't mind that.
Well, for Chelsea, Jason asked the question, how many shots on target? The answer is 0. 7 attempts, 2 inside the box. 10 touches in the opposition box.
Attempt on target.
Wimbledon
Wow.
have had 1 shot, 1 on target, 1 inside the box. That's the penalty, of course. And their expected goal tally of 0.79 to Chelsea's 0.32. Your expected goals fan, Jace?
I mean, it gives you it's an extra stat to look at, isn't it?
It's an interesting metric, though, isn't it? Because 0.32 of the goals, we've had 7 shots here. It just goes to show that sometimes that metric can be a little confusing. You rack up the long shots, and suddenly the XG goes up tiny bit by tiny bit, incrementally. Yeah. Sometimes it can. I
prefer the eyeball test, Dan. You know. And like I said, I don't remember Bass having any saves to make.
He hasn't had one.
No, huffed and puffed.
Well, a minute and a half remaining of the opening 45. Can the boys in blue make the half-time talk a little easier for Mauricio Pochettino? Let's face it, even if it was 1-1, I think that the Argentine would have plenty to say about this opening 45. Maduike, wonderful turn over on the right-hand side, races inside the penalty area. Can he put it back? Brought down penalty, surely. It is a penalty.
Brilliant piece of skill. Brilliant.
Penalty for Chelsea. Let's make it 1-1.
It's a lovely ball, Linton. He allows the ball
Let's make it 1-1.
His body, and in doing so, I think it's Johnson that gets too tight. Then he drives hard, just shimmies. Yeah, it is Johnson on that left-hand side. Then he drives at the heart of the defence. Pearce comes across. He's the one eventually that gives the foul away. Doesn't get any of the ball. Goes to ground, expecting the cross. Now a chance just before half-time. And of course, we know what happened last time Chelsea had a penalty. Away at West Ham, Enzo missed it. It's not going to be Enzo today.
Well, Maduike was brought down. Maduike's got himself up, and he's going to take this one for Chelsea for his first goal of the campaign. Of course, he did score last season after coming for the Blues from PSV. So,
Let's make
arguably
it count.
best Chelsea performer in the opening 45 minutes.
Let's
Up
make it
against
count.
Bass. Now he faces a shot from 12 yards for 1-1. Maduike scores.
1-1. One for Chelsea.
Waits to see the keeper
1-1.
move, cool as you like, places it in the other
1-1.
side of the goal, and Noni Maduike makes it Chelsea 1, Wimbledon 1.
Yes, he's been excellent, really good. Anything looks like it's going to come from those wide areas, it's going to be him cutting inside. I've liked, do you know what, Dan? Whenever I've seen him play, he's always caught the eye. But today, as you would expect, and just before half time now, that presence, that pressure. It's only the first shot we've had on target. I think we need to really temper it by saying there have been parts that have been good, but still, I still think the Pochettino has got an issue to solve here.
Of course,
about using this possession. How can we turn possession into chances, chances into goal?
Back on terms, and Chelsea come forward in added on time at the end of this first half. Ogachukwu racing free centrally, looks to find Martin. I think the ball was really meant for Moreira.
It was meant for Moreira. And do you know what? Martin, I think, tries to get out of the way. The call's been taken, been taken early by Cucurella.
Cucurella plays it back. Got two balls on the pitch at the moment. Moreira deals with that. Here is Disasi. And now it's with Gallagher. Back for Humphreys to play it in field. Now it's with Colwell to join in. Goal does wonders for confidence, and suddenly Chelsea look a different team. Into the second minute of added on time. Here is Ogachukwu, short for Gallagher. Gallagher has spotted Maduike right hand side. Maduike once again wants to run at Johnson here and Neufville.
Again, Wimbledon's shape is good.
Gallagher looks to make the run inside right channel,
It's
cleared away.
A brilliant individual skill that's got Chelsea back into this game.
Possession-wise, 87.4% for Chelsea, 12.6% for Wimbledon. And it was the Dons who took the shock lead via a penalty. Tilly from the spot, his fifth of the season in all competitions. And it was Maduike grabbing his first of the campaign to redress the balance. And we're one apiece as half-time approaches. Here is First, I'd like to see him get involved a little bit more.
Hardly said his name, Dan, and I feel for him because the way the shape.
Yeah,
of
not
the
necessarily
team,
his fault.
No, I'm agreeing with that. Just the shape of the team. Look at the white bodies on the edge of the box.
Here he is to take a touch. He was flattened there, but play continues because Chelsea have it. Gallagher to the right-hand side. Now it's with Maduike up against Johnson. Still Maduike. Toe pokes it for Gallagher. Back towards Maduike. First time for Martin. Martin can't quite control. It's cleared away, and it's going to be a free kick here to Wimbledon on the edge of their own penalty area. After Martin was a little bit late trying to control the ball, and they catch the Wimbledon defender.
Well, 4 minutes of injury time. We're into that final fourth minute. Gives Wimbledon a bit of a respite. Free kick on the edge of the box.
Pass waits. Verso sort of in the way, not really 10 yards back, not that it really matters too much. Pass will go long towards the left-hand side. Pell will try and win the header and does. It's towards Davison, cleared away by Ogachukwu, only as far as Neufville on the left-hand side. Neufville can't control, the ball goes out and Humphreys will wait, and we've had pretty much the 4 minutes of added on time.
I think what that goal does do, it gives the Poch a bit more breathing space now to get this starting. That's a lovely run from Colwell. It's a great ball.
Moreira.
Chance here.
Cucurella. And it comes towards Martin. It's cleared away. Moreira will play it back. This is going to be the last act of the first half as Humphreys plays it back in, but Bass comes and collects comfortably, and then just drops to the ground. And I suspect the next act, when this ball goes long, will be for the referee to blow for the half.
Disasi in the first half done it a couple of times. Leo Colwell, brilliant run, strides into the middle of the park, and their front men aren't going to split, and they're going to make life easy, and there's space to gallop into, as I said, that Rudiger used to love doing. Do it.
All goes long. Extra minute maybe at the end of the fixture here, or the end of the first half here. Phil looking to try and control. Pearson able to do so. Johnson wins the throw. And we'll throw it back here as Wimbledon look to build As the referee looks at his watch again and decides that 5 minutes is enough.
Yeah,
The first half has been really interesting, certainly for the neutral, not quite so good from a Chelsea point of view, certainly when Wimbledon
FC
took the lead
Wimbledon
via a penalty. Tilly
won.
from the
I think
spot
Chelsea is
at
going
the
to come back stronger
was
in the
caught
second
by
half.
Sanchez, an aerial duel, and the keeper deemed to have
I hope to
fouled
see Chelsea come back stronger in the second half.
attacking
So
midfielder, but Chelsea thankfully
I'm
on
going
terms. Maduike was brought down and got up to convert from the spot right on the stroke of half time. But Jason, as you've mentioned, still a bit of work to do from a Chelsea point of view.
Absolutely. We're level pegging, both from the penalty spot. Chelsea obviously having more of the ball means nothing. All it matters is about what you do with that possession. We've had one shot on target, to be fair, Survey, but it's only both penalties. But we've had far more of possession. Not far off 90% possession in this game. Yet really, Wimbledon haven't been troubled defensively as a unit. 4-4-2 or 4-4-1-1 or how we play. I think that we need to really use those wide men, move the ball quicker. Phil Verbursto, I haven't mentioned his name, despite the fact that there's been plenty of possession. There were times he's touched it, but maybe half a dozen. Trying to get him involved in the game more. Chelsea, of course, have the bench to lean on, but I think Parch, bearing in mind we now got the equaliser, I think we'll be happy to leave it for at least the next 15 minutes.
Be interesting to see what happens over the opening 15 minutes of the second half. Maybe changes, surely at some stage. But Chelsea have to change the scoreline if they are to make it through to the third round, the draw of which is tonight. We'll be back with full live commentary of the second half. But for now, half-time here at Stamford Bridge. It's Chelsea 1, Wimbledon 1.
Yeah, I think Chelsea have to come out stronger in the second half because I don't know why they're always lucky behind. Because I was this particular game I was thinking that because we are playing a third division or the second division. I don't even know anymore, but I surely think Chelsea should come out stronger in the second half to keep this game, just this game once and for all. We cannot always be behind all the time. So I think Mauricio Pochettino have to work very hard to make sure that the defense line is well protected, because I don't know how come they were able to penetrate into the defense line of Chelsea to have the first penalty. But all the same, Chelsea has been leveled, and I think in the second half, Chelsea have to do everything they could to make sure that this game is dusted once and for all, in order to give us the ability to be able to advance to the next phase of this competition. So far so good. If you are judging it, Chelsea 1, FC Wimbledon 1.
Excuse-moi, je peux te déranger?
Ouais, dis-moi.
J'ai une petite question à te poser si ça te dérange pas.
Ouais.
Est-ce que tu pratiques un sport?
Ouais, je fais de la danse hip-hop.
Ça te dérangerait si je t'accompagne? Est-ce que tu pratiques un sport?
Ouais, je fais.
So move. Let's go back to the game. So Chelsea lost guard in the first half, and penalty was awarded to AFC Wimbledon. That's how they got their first goal. But almost at the 9 minutes of the first half, penalty was also awarded to Chelsea, and it was converted by Noni Maduike. So as it stands right now, Chelsea 1, AFC Wimbledon 1. So I believe Chelsea have to come out stronger in the second half to see if they can able to finish the work they have started. But I think one thing that the Mauricio Pochettino should put into consideration. I think the defense line of Chelsea should be solid. They should be able to know how to able to keep every ball from danger to make sure that what happened in the first half do not repeat itself in the second half. So as it stands right now, Chelsea 1, AFC Wimbledon 1. You can also leave your score prediction on the comment section. You can leave your prediction on the comment section there. Leave your the next 15 minutes, Chelsea will be back.
Chelsea Football Club want to remind supporters of our commitment in ensuring that Stamford Bridge is a welcoming and inclusive environment for all. There is no room in football for any form of discrimination, antisocial, or abusive behaviour. If you experience or witness this, please contact your nearest steward, report it by texting 88777 or scan the QR code on the back of your seats.
Do not forget to subscribe, please. Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to show me some love by subscribing, please.
Okay, welcome back to Pitch All to play for Steve Players prepared for the second half. With that in mind, we've got a special guest, someone who is currently the head coach of our development squad, but also spent 18 years at Afc Wimbledon. Please put your hands together for the wonderful. So, Michael Robinson.
Yeah, Chelsea 1, Chelsea 1, FC Wimbledon 1. Do not forget to subscribe.
An emotional evening for you.
Yeah, very emotional. Obviously, Chelsea in my life as a boy, and Wimbledon was 18 years of my life, and it's an incredible club with incredible people. It's always about the people, and yeah, it's very emotional to see the two clubs come together tonight. Fantastic.
A lovely round of applause from the away supporters there. Tell us about your experience at Wimbledon, because like you said, it was a heck of a journey, wasn't it?
Yeah, we literally started from coast to goals, planning hard to becoming a fully established Pack 3 academy where we had loads of success and then accumulated to becoming manager. As I said, it's always about the people and the club is beyond fantastic. I want to thank you for the fantastic 18 years I had.
You've obviously come full circle. You're back here at Chelsea, but those of us here at the Bridge that don't know, it's an incredible story before you got into coaching. Tell us about your life at Chelsea before you made that move to Wimbledon.
Yeah, when I stopped playing, I had a few years away from the game, and then hungry to come back to want to coach. So I did various things to improve my skill set. One of those was I come to the tour guide here at Chelsea, just to build up my confidence in public speaking. And then, obviously, being a fan, I ran over the top buses in '94 and '97 for our fans to go to Wembley. So yeah, it's just been full circle. I mean, obviously I got picked up by Wimbledon as my coaching career started, and I've ended up back here now.
We're obviously delighted to have you back at the club finally, brother. How excited are you for the future and to see so many young players in and around the first team squad at the moment?
Yeah, it's really exciting. I'm 21, so really, really young this year. We've got lots of talent. Obviously, seeing boys on the bench and out there today, coached last season, it's so exciting. And it's also great, I've got to say, to see some of the Wimbledon lads out there on the pitch as well. So it's a fantastic thing.
Fantastic. So thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the second half. Chelsea fans, Wimbledon fans, please show your appreciation for Mark Robinson. Okay, before the second half, let's quickly take you around the other fixtures in the Carabao Cup this evening. Starting Harrogate 0, Blackburn 4, Nottingham Forest 0, Burnley 0, Sheffield United 0, Lincoln City 0, Doncaster 0, Everton 0. So plenty of goals.
Chelsea need to come back stronger in the second half. In the second half, having equalized this game already, I think one thing they need to do is to come out strong in the second half to make sure that this game is dusted in the second half. All the loopholes, they need to do everything they could to make sure that the game is well covered. Because if you look at the setup of Chelsea and the formation they use in this particular game, I think there was this kind of loophole in the midfield, and the Wimbledon were penetrating from the midfield and from both sides of the wing, and that's one of those things that led to the first goal they scored. The penalty they actually awarded to them. So I think Mauricio Pochettino should do everything he could to make sure that the defense is well solid, well covered, and to make sure that the team should be able to attack collectively and at the same time defend collectively. I think that is the only way they can go to win this game. That is the only way I think they can go to win the game. So if you just generally use Chelsea 1, AFC Wimbledon 1. Noni Maduike gave Chelsea the equalizing. So we are looking forward for second half and see how Chelsea can be able to change the second half. If they can be able to get the maximum 3 points they need in this game to be able to qualify to the next phase of this competition. They need to give in their best. They need to give in their best. They need to give in their best. Most importantly, they are playing a third division team. So I think this win should be the most paramount thing they need at this particular time, because when you look at the level of Chelsea and the opponent they are facing tonight, they are now of the same level. So I think this game should be dusted in the second half. So in the few minutes from now, Chelsea will be coming out for the second 45 minutes. I'll be back for second 45 minutes.
Welcome back to Stamford Bridge. The two teams just emerging from the tunnel down below us, where at least Chelsea players are. We are awaiting the Wimbledon personnel to emerge, and certainly from Johnny Jackson's point of view, he's going to be really pleased with what he's seen from his team, given the fact it's 1-1 at half-time, and not just the scoreline, but as you pointed out, for quite a bit of the first half. The way that they have performed, they've been defensively disciplined. Their work rate has been good. And look, okay, it was a penalty, but they're still taking that big chance.
Indeed. And I think that nothing will change from them. They've had to work incredibly hard without the ball for a large percentage of 86% of possession Chelsea have had. But that's the way they've been set up. They came here tactically to prepare for that, to work for that, the 4-4-2. And I still think that we need to do more in terms of moving the ball out in the wider areas. They're encouraging Chelsea to come inside. That's why I mentioned earlier in the game, Dan, that if the two front men split and force the centre halves in wide areas, or if they want to come inside, force them inside. If those two front men aren't doing their job, Cohen, Dizazi, straight in to that first half, straight in there. Now we've seen Pereira, who's had a difficult first half.
No, I don't think you can.
Look, he's a talented youngster, we know that. And you were telling me ahead of kickoff what a good prospect he is. But look, it's all a learning curve. He'll come away from this and he'll take a look at his first half performance, and the Chelsea coaches will be talking to him.
So let's have a look.
Show some neat touches. Nico Jackson is.
Let's have a look at what this does to the shape of the team. It looks like it's going to be a 4 or a 3.
The match is not broadcast live. It's not broadcast live.
Still as though it is a 4. Nicholas Jackson's gone up top. Burstow's still down there. An infringement has taken place. I'm not quite sure what the referee has seen.
Might have a problem with the ball.
Yeah, there may well be actually. The ball's at. Oh no. Okay. Just wondered, we gone to a 3 at the back?
Well, it could well be.
I think we got to
Humphries, Disasi, and Colwell.
I think we have. We got the 3 at the back.
And then what?
Yeah.
Maduike, right wing back, and Kukurea.
You've got out on the right hand side. You've got Kukurea. Maduike's playing on this right side. Who's been excellent. Connor's in support again. It's a brilliant piece of skill. Connor's been excellent. It's a booking referee.
Poor challenge, Pierce.
Get your card out, referee. He give the penalty away. Goes to ground a little bit too soon. Younger, fitter, stronger legs.
Yeah, it is certainly a 3. And Maduike right-hand side, Kukurea left-hand side. So interesting for Maduike, certainly. But you know he's going to get forward on the right.
Yeah, so Maduike, his job doesn't change, actually. In some ways, him and Humphries, that the link-up play wasn't bad. At times, though, I felt that he was the one that was dropping deep, was giving the ball, and I'll take the finish on. Chelsea, free kick, right-hand side. Is it going to be an in-swinger?
It's an out-swinger, and it's Gallagher to curl in, and it's nodded up into the air, and it's not completely away. It's a good touch from Humphries to find Kukurea, back towards Humphries on the left-hand side. He's got Ukachukwu as well, just inside here, if Nico Jackson can find him. Oh, that's a wonderful touch, and the shot is well saved by Bass. Terrific play, and straight away we see what Chelsea can do.
Lovely link-up play on that right-hand side. Nicholas Jackson get the 1-2. They don't close the ball down quick enough. In the end, the ball is straight down Bass's throat, and he should save it. But lovely invention, creativity, 1 and 2 touch. Better from Chelsea.
Left wing corner this time around. Jackson has moved towards that near post there and then come back again. Once again, Chelsea line up just on the edge of the penalty area, and the movement towards the near post from Maduike. It's coming fairly low. He ricochets around to the edge of the box. Ugochukwu's effort, that's blocked, and then Wimbledon will look to clear. Referee nearly gets in the way. Ugochukwu wins it back. Jackson calling for it. It's gone to the left-hand side. Humphries will play it in. Back towards Jackson once more. Now it's with Gallagher. Chelsea with Kukurea and Colwell. And eventually Maduike on the right-hand side to turn. This time he's got Disasi outside him. Humphries still not quite back in position yet. It doesn't matter too much as Chelsea have possession. Here is Kukurea beaten in the air. And then the shot from Martson. He gets underneath it. Might actually turn out to be a pass towards Kukurea. That's going to be a free kick here. Well, maybe not a free kick, but certainly a goal kick to Wimbledon.
Martson's speculative effort, edge of the box, left foot, hasn't connected the way he wants. He sliced it. In doing so, the spin on the ball probably was going to keep it in, but in the end, the foul, it was a foul from Kukurea. The referee's actually got that wrong as a decision because the ball comes off the Wimbledon defender. But you're right, Dan, it was going to be a free kick to Wimbledon anyway.
Tilly has possession, the Wimbledon goal scorer will play it back inside his own half, and then it's not long for Davison. Davison can't get there. Chelsea have it back, not for long. This is Pell to turn.
Maduike there's coming inside. Instead of doing the job out wide, if we are playing a 5, look at the shape of the team now. It looks like a 4. Ball given away.
Well, that's Humphries who gives it back, and Nerfil will race forward, and he's got a bit of speed here. Nerfil looks to get the cross, and it's a little weak, and it's a corner nonetheless.
Humphries, poor pass. He shakes his head in frustration. Plays the ball into Noni Maduike, who's actually got 8 space. And in doing that, because he's out of position, I made the point about the shape. It looked like a 4 we've gone to there. Noni Maduike is not playing on a wing-back position. He's too far forward in that formation. But get Wimbledon a corner. 49.5 minutes on the clock.
In swinger by the looks of things here. Pell inside the area. Davison waits as well, and it comes towards the far post. It's good delivery. It's clear to the edge of the box.
Delivery.
This is Nerfil to try and flick it back in. Clear to the edge of the area. Pell with a shot. It's wide of the target.
Great delivery. What a delivery. They're claiming a handball where there's no VAR. They're claiming something. Well, they're saying it's come off a Chelsea player at least. Let's have a look in the replay. As you said, no VAR. Let's have a look at this.
Don't really see too much wrong with that.
I can't see it from there. It's inconclusive.
Just wondered if someone got a booking there, given the fact there was a lot of protests around the referee, but nothing's come up on our screen. So,
well, just looking at everything on there, Dan, and I we often talk about what shape is the team. So it looks like it's gone back to a 4 the way we started. Difficult to tell because Noni Maduike and Humphries on this right-hand side.
And it's the fact that Kukurea is getting advanced as well on the left flank. Because Moreira isn't playing there anymore, it's allowed Kukurea to get further forward. And obviously Jackson is more central. Here he is, Nicholas Jackson. Looks for Martson, turn, a little bit of space here for Martson. Push more played over to the near side, and Maduike has to jump to control, but does so. Now it's with Conor Gallagher. Gallagher's got 2 Wimbledon players to worry about. Right-hand side, just about level with the penalty area. Maduike controls, has to go back out towards Humphries. That's a little short. It's prodded away by Nerfil.
Yeah, and you see what Maduike, nice little bit of interplay on the right-hand side. Conor Gallagher into Maduike, and in the end, Humphries, the pass out to him is under hit when the defender. However, Chelsea got the ball.
Here is Gallagher, angle of the box, right-hand side, plays it back for Humphries. Humphries short for Gallagher once more. Gallagher will turn, beautifully done, away from Pell, still has it. Maduike has it now, edge of the penalty area.
Very
Central
narrow.
is Martson. Martson plays it back to the right-hand side, and Humphries, is there some width here maybe? The flick from Gallagher doesn't come off. Martson not quite on the same wavelength, and suddenly Tilly is away. He's got Davison to his left. He's got Pell there as well, and he's still Tilly with a run, and eventually it's Ugochukwu that gets back.
Brilliant challenge, but leaving themselves a little bit open at the back. That's come from Conor Gallagher, just a flick inside. Nothing much really. The fact that we got caught, it's a sloppy pass. In the end, Humphries atones for that sloppy pass from Desai.
Maduike, still 1-1. We've had 7 minutes. A reminder, no extra time, no replays. Straight to penalties. Here is Jackson. Still has possession here. Moves from left to right. Tries to play it to Maduike, but that's easily cleared. Burstow was in a good position there, but was ignored.
Yeah, the pass was on. He's just under hit it. Again, Wimbledon's shape is good. Need to move the ball quicker. And then Maduike on this right-hand side.
Now it's with Humphries. On the halfway line is Disasi. Disasi square for Colwell. Colwell forward for Martson. Martson busy, turns, plays it to the left-hand side, and Kukurea, long hair flowing behind him as he plays it back in field. Looks here for Ugochukwu. Kukurea is in a good position if you can spot him. Here is Kukurea. That's a good touch. Looks to get the crossing cleared away. Better approach play. Final ball just not quite good enough, but nonetheless a corner.
Ugochukwu there plays a nice ball there to Kukurea, and it gets a yard of space. Looking for a better choice of cross. He's gone a little bit low for my liking. In the end, the ball has gone out. I thought that was for a corner, but the throw has been taken.
Taken quickly as well. Back towards Colwell. Now Disasi inside the centre circle, inside the Wimbledon half. Plays it over to the right-hand side, and Humphries. Humphries turns, looks for Maduike. Maduike up against Pierce does well, plays it
good.
infield. Now it's with Jackson, edge of the penalty area. Looks to turn. Still Nicholas Jackson on as a substitute for this second half. Tries to get it back. Does well. Feeds Cucurella. It's not the best of balls for the Spaniard, but he scampers across to the left-hand side to keep it in play. In is Jackson once more. Gallagher with the left. Jackson, Gallagher, edge of the area. Takes the shot on. Good save by Baz. Comfortable, I guess, in the end, but it opened up well
Jackson's
for
given
Conor Gallagher.
Jackson's given us a little bit more of creativity, a bit more movement, a little bit more invention up top. In the end, the ball ricochets fortuitously on the edge of the box for Conor Gallagher. As a touch out of his feet, tries to give the goalkeeper the eyes. Bass reads it in the end. It's a comfortable save. Nice height for him. But Chelsea looking more dangerous, Dan. I think that's probably the right expression.
Yeah, 100%. Pell, incidentally, was booked for his protestations when Wimbledon didn't get the decision a few minutes ago. So Pell and Pierce both in the book here for Wimbledon. 1-1, League Cup action, second round, the draw tonight. Chelsea at the minute are in it, but obviously would need a penalty shootout to rubber stamp their passage should it stay at 1-1. We're hopeful, in fact, we're expectant that Chelsea will get another goal here. It was interesting, I thought, against Luton. Last time out, Chelsea came on strong late on and could have had more goals late. Hopefully that's going to be the case here tonight as well. This is Nerfel, though, who takes the shot. He's got some neat touches,
yes, it's quick as well.
Nerfel, but it doesn't seem to have that real sort of dominant shot or pass on him.
The quality in that final decision-making, pass, shot, cross, whatever it may be. And the first sub of the evening is taking place.
Well, the changes with Omar Michel coming on, as you know, it's not. In fact, it's going to be Ali Al-Hamadi, who is coming on, the number 10, and also the number 3, who is Brown about to come on as well. Lee Brown. So those are the changes.
A lot of people talking about Al-Hamadi at Wimbledon. Believe that he should be perhaps playing at a higher level. Just to give you a little bit of insight there that this is not a. He's a fan's favourite as well down at Plough Lane.
Yeah, interesting backstory. Came across from Iraq to escape the war. Came when he, I think, was 1 year old, and grew up on Merseyside, and he's making a bit of a name for himself at Wimbledon this season, having been playing in non-league previously. Young man to watch. He's going to play up front by the looks of things. Wimbledon have possession. Pell knocks it down the line towards Nerfel, but the ball's going to curl out of play. That's going to be a Chelsea throw.
Yeah, so Jackson's playing the main number 9 or up top role, but Bairstow is in support. There's almost playing a 2 up top without it being the traditional type of 2. Chelsea's shape in the middle of the park is very open. No one at number 10 at the moment.
Cucurella controls down the left-hand side, up against Tilly, cuts inside the Spaniard, 10 yards inside the Wimbledon half, left flank, plays it back for Colwell, slips underneath the studs. He regains his composure, finds Gallagher for Colwell, and now Disasi gets the ball from out underneath his foot and strides forward. Right-hand side is Humphreys. That one slipped underneath the studs as well. He's looking at Maduike and spotted that, keeps it in play, plays it back for Disasi. Chelsea dominant once again, 57 minutes on the clock, still one apiece here. As Chelsea move the ball from right to left, and now it's come back in field once again. Cucurella, short for Gallagher, makes the run. Gallagher still has it, 30 yards out, plays it for Martin. Martin can't dig the shot out, still has possession, moves from right to left, spins back towards Gallagher. Gallagher spots Maduike unmarked, angle of the box, right-hand side. Maduike looking to run at the Wimbledon back line. Has Gallagher to his left-hand side. Maduike tries the shot, good block corner.
Yeah, good defensive play. Nerfel coming across to help out Johnson on this occasion, doubling up. Pretty sure Johnny Jackson would have said we cannot allow Maduike just to give a 1v1. That's how the penalty eventually came. Nice. I love the way Maduike uses his hips. He goes one way. Even as a commentator up here, Dan, you're not quite sure which way he's going to go. Short corner's taken.
Very, very good on the ball. Here is Gallagher. Short corner indeed. It's infield towards Watson, who will try and drive it across. Or was it Colwell that got forward? It was Colwell, wasn't it, that got forward to the right wing? Oh no, it's Bursko, I beg your pardon. Popping up.
Been quite impressed with Vass's handling of the ball. You know, he's held on to things that haven't been that many things he's had to do, but what he has had to do, he's done well.
Ali Al-Hamadi and Lee Brown coming on. The two players that went off, incidentally, Davison and Pearce. Those are two changes for Wimbledon a minute or so ago. Here is Tilly, the goal scorer. And now it's with Ogundair long inside the area towards Pell, who wins the header but can only knock it up into the air. Sanchez will come and collect. And we'll roll it out. Here is Conor Gallagher. Is the game just getting a little stretch now? Wimbledon just tiring a little as we approach the hour.
Well, I have to say, Ben, sorry, it had to happen. Dan, I have to say, is that yes, the game, when you don't have the ball, is much harder. And Wimbledon have had very little of it.
Now then, he's still in that pocket of space just inside the area, just unable to turn, really. He's a bit unlucky, I think, there. Mason Burstow. Body shape was good on the half turn, to just try and take it on, but it's cleared away. Chelsea have it again. Here is Martson. Now it's with Jackson. Martson has it. Burstow wants it over the top towards Jackson, but Bass comes and collects, as Jason just pointed out. He's a confident keeper.
Yeah, nice idea. Jackson can't quite get on the end of it. There's two balls on the pitch, by the way. The referee hasn't noticed that.
No, one in the right back area for Wimbledon. Play goes on. This is Al-Hamadi over on the right-hand side. Uses his strength well. Still has it. And still going inside the box. Gets the left-footed shot in. And Disasi makes a really good block. Yeah. Here is Maduike. They're claiming handball. Referee doesn't give it. Maduike looked a bit sheepish there. And he's got away with it.
It definitely touches his hand, his arm. And the ball's been given away. And the game is stretched. The game is now, and I think this suits Chelsea.
Martson racing forward through the centre, still has it. He's got support with Jackson on the left-hand side. He just can't make the pass towards Jackson.
Not a difficult pass, that. Bass again, really, I think he's had an excellent game. Being called into more now, the Wimbledon fans away to our left-hand side here, they sense there's something in this game, more than just a draw. And they're attacking more than they did in the first half. Really open.
Al-Hamadi waits inside the penalty area. Tilly has it at the moment and looks to win a corner, and does. Right in front of the travelling Wimbledon fans who've got the bottom tier and the top tier. Away to our left here at Stamford Bridge. Plenty of noise from the Wimbledon supporters over the course of this fixture. It's good atmosphere tonight with maybe one or two Chelsea fans who can't normally come to the bridge, bringing their family, bringing their kids, and always a little bit of a different flavour to the fans for League Cup early rounds. Good to see. Corner for Wimbledon. Opportunity here from set pieces. That's what Johnny Jackson will be hoping for. When he played against Chelsea once and he's playing days for Spurs, was on the losing side. No change there. In comes the corner. In swing as Sanchez comes and
roll it early.
Jackson wants it.
Yeah.
But he's the only man who was making the run, and Sanchez waits.
Yeah, probably the right thing to do there. I think that when that goalkeeper catches the ball from a corner set piece like that, I actually think you can catch teams unawares. You know, whether it be a long throw or a short throw, I think you really can, especially the pace of the team we've got.
Kukurea on the left flank. Now it's with Colwell. No panic on for Chelsea. We're beyond the hour. Here is Humphreys. And now it's with Jackson. Changes the foot for Chelsea, incidentally. And we are going to see a couple of alterations. Enzo Fernandez is required. And Malagusto as well, who I thought was excellent against Luton. A couple of assists, of course, in that game against the Hatters. Here is Madueke, right-hand side. Nice bit of skill, finds Conor Gallagher. Rolled the studs over the ball, then flipped it the other way. Now it's with Gallagher again, right-hand flank, level of the penalty area. Back towards Gallagher, bursts inside the box, still has it here. It's a good run from Gallagher. And then two Wimbledon players eventually stopping. Nurtwell plays it away. He loses out. Disasi reads it beautifully. Madueke has it now. Wimbledon with plenty back here as Madueke steps inside the fullback, but just unable to make progress. Still has possession. Short for Ukachukwu. Still going, looking for a 1-2. Gallagher back to goal, central area, still has it. Chelsea players run offside. Needs a bit of help. Gallagher tries to slip it through, but it's cleared away. And it's caught by Al-Hamadi. Has he got the pace to get beyond the two Chelsea defenders? Not quite, but not from a want of trying.
They don't stop. Al-Hamadi will not stop running. He goes and goes. Like I said, when he comes to the bench, he's a fan's favourite. As you saw there, he has got a burst of pace. Was it Levi Colwell that stays with him?
Madueke to curl forwards. And that's Johnson to duck underneath, and Spass has it again. Well, we have seen surprises already this week with the League Cup. Might be another one, incidentally, in South Yorkshire. Doncaster leading Everton by a goal to nil, would you believe? Everton having a shocking start to the season. Here comes the alterations, and it is young Mason Burstow the first to come off, and applause from the Chelsea faithful here. He's worked hard.
I felt a little bit for him first half. He got more involved in the game when Jackson up there was a little bit of a support act. But they've gone with Jackson up top. Let's look what that does. Enzo's coming off at the bench, and Gusto comes on for Levi Colwill.
It's an interesting one. So, a little bit of a change up at the back.
Indeed.
Does that mean that Humphries at centre half?
I think that probably does, actually. I think that looks like a 3 now.
Wimbledon come forward, long for El Hamadi, cleared away over the head of Gallagher. Oh, and then he's flattened there, but play continues. In fairness, he stands his ground. It was Ball, the player that came across and just went straight into him.
Yep.
No nonsense stuff from James Ball. 65 minutes nearly on the clock here. One apiece.
Well, Gusto's come out this right-hand side. It's Dizazi and Humphries, the two centre halves.
Jackson through the centre, won't get to that. Touch from Maduike is good. Marston lets the ball come across his body. Maduike has it again. Now it's Enzo Fernandez back towards Maduike inside the area. The fast speed.
So tight.
Cleared away as far as Conor Gallagher. Is he playing a little deeper now? We'll see. Malagusto. And the 1-2 with Gallagher. Gusto takes it on.
No way through the middle there. I have to say, we've got to use the width of the pitch again. That's where the goal come from. That's where I think our best opportunities are going to come from. Trying to drive through the middle of the park. That's what Wimbledon want. That's where the numbers are. Almost forcing you that way.
Running repairs here to a Wimbledon player. Can't quite see who it is. There's down. So Mauricio Pochettino has changed things up a little bit with the senior players that he's brought on. This is his 21st game in the English League Cup, incidentally. He reached the semi-final twice with Tottenham, and the final once, of course, 2015, beaten by Chelsea. Double winner in his time with Paris Saint-Germain before taking some time out and then coming back with Chelsea. Johnny Jackson, who never played beyond round 2, incidentally, and this is only his 3rd game in charge of a team in this competition. Made his name at Colchester and Charlton, really, didn't he? Chelsea making alterations, and let's not forget that Chelsea, without a serious amount of personnel at the moment, Reece James, of course, Benoit Badiashile, Wesley Fofana, and Trevor Chalobah all out. Mikhailo Mudryk out at the moment. Chukwuemeka missing, and Kunku, let's not forget Breuer as well. Lavia not quite 100% fit. One thing that you may well have spotted on the Chelsea team sheet is Georgi Petrovic. Work permit came through okay to take his place on the bench. I think if he was integrated a little quicker, he might have started this fixture, but obviously coming very, very quickly and not quite sure if he was going to be eligible to play. So you've got to work with Sanchez. Here is Tilly for Wimbledon. Central position, still going, takes the shot on wide of the target by a good 3 or 4 metres.
Not a good touch from Enzo. Gets it all wrong. Just setting the ball up, and the end Tilly picks it up, drives, edge of the box, gets his shot all wrong. But Wimbledon, they're offering a bit more of a threat. It's much better second half as a spectacle, Dan, than the first. Enzo's having a bit of a stinker to
He's giving the ball away twice, and it's Wimbledon to come forward once more here. Let's see what Morgan Williams can do. He's been neat and tidy in that midfield, but he gives it away there. Maduike back heel. Malagusto will take it on and looks to use his pace here. Gusto has to check his run. Phil back goal side. Now it's with Maduike again. Maduike infield for Conor Gallagher. Gallagher to turn back towards Gusto once more. Short here for Maduike. Edge of the area, still has it. He's got options. One of them is Fernandez. Now it's with Cucurella. And so Fernandez again, 25 yards out, sights up the shot. Oh, good save from Alex Ball. Seemed to see it very late, and I think it was curling in corner.
Yeah, in the end, that's not the worst idea. If teams sit deep on the edge of the 6-yard box, or certainly where they won the penalty spot, have a dig. It's a decent save. I've been impressed with Bass, actually. I think he's played very well. It's a good save. You kind of expect him to make that save, Dan. It's, you know, it's not top pins, but anyway, Chelsea do have a corner. Enzo.
To take out swinger towards the penalty spot, and it's nodded
Foul.
away,
It's a foul.
and there's a foul here. We've got 2 players down.
Head injury from both. They're both going for it in the end. I can't quite see who that is down.
Is it Jackson that's down? Both physios are on. Can't see which players. There's a lot of personnel around both of the 2 that are on the deck at the moment.
I think it may well be Jackson, you know, just by looking around the pitch. I can't see him walking around. I believe it is. Both medical teams off the bench very quickly, as they have to be these days.
Jackson is just sat up, so hopefully he's okay. Wimbledon player is still down. That's a little more serious. Hopefully it's not. Well, Chelsea, of course, back in action at the weekend with a trip to take on Forest, rather a home game against Forest, I should say. Then the international break, then a trip to take on Bournemouth, then Villa at home, Fulham away, Burnley away. Is it
No,
good enough run to pick up some points? Jackson's back up on his feet. Wimbledon, for their part, trip to Newport this weekend.
But at the moment, they've got as much chance of going through as Chelsea have if this does go to penalties. As we know, we've been in football long enough down, we know that if you get yourself to penalties and you're Wimbledon, you take that.
Yeah, Chelsea just scored. Chelsea 2.
I tell the players
Chelsea
they're getting
2,
some treatment,
AFC
getting a
Wimbledon
little bit
1.
of stick from the Chelsea fans. All good-natured.
Chelsea 2.
Tell, who was clattered into for the goal, this time on defensive duty.
This does frustrate me, though. I mean, they should leave the field by the quickest means. He's walked the halfway line in doing so, wasted a little bit of time, and still not left the field to play. I know it wasn't his fault, but there you go.
I wonder if we might see a change. Wimbledon are getting players ready, but not coming on just yet. Nerfield, meanwhile, inside the penalty area. Good defensive work from Malo Gusta. Good awareness there from the full-back, and then long from Cucurella. That's overhit. Oh, and then it ricochets from Bass, and it might fall here for a Chelsea player. Fernandez, he's on it and scores! Wonderfully done. Such a fortune about the way that it came to him, certainly. But it's wonderfully taken by Enzo Fernandez. It pinballed around, but cool as you like into the corner. Bass unlucky, and Chelsea take their chance.
Indeed, we do. The ball is overhit slightly by Cucurella, and Bass, who hasn't made a mistake all game, comes out of his goal. You've got to go to touch. He goes for distance. It comes off. Is that Martin that the ball hits? Like, in the end, it comes to Enzo. He has a good first touch, opens up the goal a little bit more, slides it into the open goal. I have to say, slightly fortuitously, Chelsea do go ahead. Calm from Enzo.
He's such a good footballer.
He is indeed.
Real considered finish. Interesting as the ball went forward for Cucurella. It took a double bounce, double ricochet.
Yes, it did.
But I think it was Martin, and if it was, you've got to chase it down. You've got to keep it alive, just getting those positions.
But for me, and I've been bigging up Bass, I think he's played well. His choice, his decision-making there. He's gone for distance as opposed to going for touch, where he can get back in his goal. He's out of his penalty area, and he's gone for distance. It's come off Matson. It's a double ricochet because he's out of the penalty area on the right-hand side. The ball fortuitously falls to Enzo, who's still got a bit of work to do, by the way. And then he has a touch. In doing that, opens the goal up on his right foot, and in doing that, just slides it into the empty net. Feel a bit for Wimbledon with that goal, but Chelsea with 17 plus whatever's left. Lead 2-1.
Well, Wimbledon have battled hard. They've not had the rub of the green in many ways, but I think you've still got to say that Chelsea's class has outed here an awful lot more of the ball, an awful lot more of the dangerous areas it's not a vintage Chelsea performance, obviously, but sometimes you've got to find a way, and Chelsea have done that. And you make your own luck to a certain extent.
They're not out of this, by the way, Wimbledon. Yeah, they've played. I think Johnny Jackson will come out. Look, this game's not over. That's the point I'm making. 34 nearly on the clock. They've got a corner. I have to say, some of their set pieces have looked dangerous.
Left-hand side, in swinger, right footed towards that far post. Sanchez comes and claims and holds on, and now rolls it out. And suddenly there is a breakaway on here for Chelsea, and there's blue shirts streaming forward. Jackson has it at the moment. He's got options left and right. Jackson taps it in field. Maduike! Really good save from Baz. Terrific stop, and it's cleared away.
Should score. Good save, decent save. Maduike should not give him an opportunity. That's what I was talking about from a set piece. Where Sanchez comes and claims, I think that we as a team can do this much, much more. There's a chance there, he should score. Game should be dead and buried.
Jackson. Here is Malagusto. Back for Enzo Fernandez, whose goal at the moment is the difference between the two sides. Jackson will play it back.
They're just picking up, just him and Enzo just playing little 1-2s inside that half. And now the pressure for Chelsea to take their time now, be a bit more patient, not necessarily pass that pass that's not, or not pass balls that force it is an expression you often hear. Enzo, lovely ball.
Oh, wonderful ball here, but just unable to pick it up, Jackson.
Goalkeeper again, he's been good. Other than that one mistake, he goes long on this occasion, not the right choice. Completely outnumbered up there. I don't think he really thought about that. But however, they have won a throw-in just inside Chelsea's half.
Enzo Fernandez's first goal for Chelsea, and it looks as if it will be sending the Blues through to the third round of the League Cup. 2-1, 15 minutes remaining, plus added on time, and there will be a significant amount. We've had 1 or 2 stoppages. Flag is up on the far side here.
Zazie just allowing El Mohammadi to wander in offside position, and then wins the header.
Here is Gallagher. Fernandez plays it back. Chelsea have a measure of control, perhaps, as the ball is played in field. For Jackson, got a bit of a shove in the back.
I love the way Jackson comes in and supports and gets on his bike. You know where he is now. He's been part of this build-up place. He's down the middle now.
And of course, to curl in, clear to the edge of the area, and Cucurella recycles. He's got Fernandez free. Wilson as well, breaking forward. He will take it on, but always going over. It's underneath that one.
Yeah, never really looked comfortable. You know, you can see he's winding up for the shot. He's rushed it a little bit, got underneath it. In the end, it's gone probably twice the size of a goal over. Down the middle, but over the goal in that Matthew Harding lower.
Further changes here to be made by Wimbledon. Nerfil is coming off. Aaron Sasu is coming on. We're also going to see Omar Bugel come on as well. And it's Harry Pell who's getting the catcalls and whistles from the Chelsea fans, who's coming off. Bugel coming on.
Well, there's whatever the referee decides to add on, plus 12 minutes, but then they might as well roll the dice. You know, I think Johnny Jackson was very happy with what he's seen. They played to the way that he wants. Now they've got to play in a different way. The game's going to be more open. Wouldn't surprise me if Chelsea got more chances now just to extend the lead, just the way that the game is set up. Wimbledon come with that game plan, and they've executed it very well, but now this is a very different game. This game's now been played on Chelsea's terms.
Jackson and Fernandez do well. Ugochukwu plays it to the right-hand side. Malagusto takes a clever touch, edge of the area. Now it's with Conor Gallagher here. Gallagher looks to get the shot away. Bass makes a save.
concerning that I thought we saw a laser light on the pitch. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
there
sure
was just a second. Not quite sure where that was coming from. Long pump forward from Bass.
I have to say, Tizazi is heading today. He hasn't missed many at all. His heading's been brilliant.
Yeah, and it's been a different test for him. I mean, Pell's gone off now, but some significant aerial power for Wimbledon. He's been assured at the back. And a good workout, really, for Chelsea. We wondered what sort of standard Wimbledon would be, but they've been good.
You can see where they are in the league, in those player places. Unbeaten this season thus far. Beat Coventry. I mean, they left it late against Coventry. But
Jackson through the centre, can't get there. Nelson might be able to take it on. Runs into trouble, cleared away by Wimbledon. Hamadi will look to chase this one down, but Sanchez is there.
just a word here that we're throwing men forward, and the game's not over. It's only 2-1. What you don't want to do is leave yourself vulnerable to a counter-attack when we don't need the third goal. We'd love it. We don't need it. Referee.
It's a free kick on Augusto.
You don't.
Fouled.
What I'm saying is, I'd hate to see us leave a 3v3 situation at the back where we leave ourselves vulnerable to a counter.
This Casido is coming on.
With that, yes, we don't need the third goal.
Would like to see that being a little bit more defensively solid. Noni Maduike has been excellent. Probably get man of the match.
Maduike off. He's had a very, very good game. And it's Casido who's coming on.
He's been good. Noni's been good. Excellent.
We need a third goal in this game. We need a third goal. We need it.
So 10 minutes remaining here. Chelsea 2, Wimbledon 1. The Blues have had to come from behind to be on the brink of a place in the third round. Takes place very, very late October. Bit of a gap between the third round. Between the third and the second and the third, I should say. Here is Disasi to come forward. Flick to the right-hand side for Malagusto from Marson, who will turn. He's been busy in midfield. Got on the ball a lot. Enzo Fernandez caresses the ball to the left-hand side, and Cucurella will jump to control. Cucurella has possession here. Looks to lay it back to that left-hand side. Now it's with Mrs. Casido. Jackson, edge of the penalty area. Enzo Fernandez wants it once again, and he's taken off his toes and curled away for another Chelsea throw.
When you're bringing on the thick end of £250 million worth of players.
Here we go again. Really good stop from Bass from Marson, but the whistle has gone.
Yeah, the substitutes that Chelsea have made, an embarrassment of riches off the bench. Even though that's not really been the tail of the bench. Jackson's had an impact, no question about that. Enzo gets the goal. Sado just comes off.
Wimbledon, though, still coming forwards. Hamadi will take a touch. And was he fouled? The referee thought about it. He's still got possession here. He's done really well. Hamadi looks to try and pull it back and wins a corner.
Well, the game's not over, as I said. And this, with 8 minutes plus whether the ref decides to add on, a corner represents an opportunity. An open play, you would suggest perhaps Wimbledon won't have enough of a set piece. Get more of a level playing field.
So, Wimbledon have a corner. 83 minutes on the clock pretty much here at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea lead by 2-1. Referee not happy. Sanchez has been shoved to the deck. And we're going to have to start that one again.
Yeah, the ball wasn't in play. The referee...
They're pushing and shoving
here
as well.
And from Wimbledon's point of view, you don't need to make this pretty.
Maybe something a little bit different from Wimbledon. Short corner could be the order of the day. The referee's still inside the penalty area at the moment. You're not missing anything. It's going to be an in-swinger potentially here. Let's see what they do. Morgan Williams, teenager, to curl this one in. And it comes towards the near post area. It's flicked away. It's good defensive work from Chelsea. Wilson is after it, and it's knocked all the way back for the keeper. Pass will take a touch. So Isaac Ogunde tried to chase back. It's long for Sanchez, who will collect.
That bounce there.
If he wasn't 6'8", he'd be in trouble.
The bounce of the ball, he didn't look worried one little bit. He doesn't even jump.
Fingertips.
It was fingertips, but he managed get that big paw on the ball to ensure it doesn't bounce over his head.
Tell you what, here he is again. He's a giant of a keeper. He's a very good shot stopper. Commands his area. Be a little bit rough around the edges, but a good signing, I think, from a Chelsea point of view. Here is Conor Gallagher to turn.
Starts again, goes back to Sanchez. Yeah, Noni Maduike has been excellent today, and you know he gets Chelsea back into the game. He may well have had a hat trick on another day, but brilliant piece of skill down the right. Game's not over still. Chelsea have got enough players on this pitch right now to ensure that Wimbledon do not threaten that goal. 5 left on, or nearly 4 and up. 5 left on the clock.
How's your O-level maths,
Yes,
Jace?
5.5 on the clock. I do apologise.
Here's Marsden, drops into a pocket of space and comes racing forward. It's opened up for him nicely. Bass makes the save, and it's a corner.
Yeah, he cuts inside. The run from Jackson takes defenders away. The space opens up for Madsen, and on that left foot there, it's a nice turn, and they drop. It's the run from Jackson, takes them deeper and deeper. He cuts inside, just on the apex of the half moon there. I wonder whether Bass could have done a little better in saving that. He's gone by and pushed it. Safety first for another Chelsea corner.
Fernandez, right-hand side. Chelsea line up just outside the penalty area, now coming in towards that near post area, and the header bounces tamely down. Wimbledon play keeps it in play. Wasn't quite sure whether it was going to go for another corner. Just on that run from Jackson, it's what you were talking about. It's the space that it creates, and he's done it on a number of occasions. He's brilliant at it.
Yes, he is. And when you run from those deep areas, you can't be offside. And he ran from deep in the end. Madsen there as the shot. Didn't really. I think it was a nice save. Goalkeeper's gone long on this occasion, actually. El Mohammadi's first touch isn't good enough. Conor Gallagher, mentioned him, skipper of on the evening, been absolutely superb. All action again. Talk of him leaving every single window. I have to say, I've been very disappointed to see him go.
Fernandez with a shot, and Bass with a save. Well, he could measure that from 25 yards plus. Bass saw it a long way out, gets his fingertips to it.
Yeah, can't see from this angle when it's on target, but he has a yard of space. They all stand off him, and if you do that to a player of his quality, you're going to pull the trigger. He does that in the end. Bass fingertips it behind for another Chelsea corner.
4 minutes remaining, plus added on time. Chelsea have a corner on the left-hand side. Enzo Fernandez is going to curl this one in right-footed. And Chelsea have a clutch of players to aim at here. Only El-Hamadi has stayed forward for Wimbledon. Short for Gallagher. 2-on-1 here if they can work it. In comes the cross, but it takes the deflection and it's cleared away. And Wimbledon are on the counter. They do keep it in play.
There's a chance of a counter, you know.
Up against Martin, looks to take him on, and he's beaten his man and still going forward. And he's struck back once and twice.
Well,
free kick.
Well, it is a free kick and it is a booking as well. But Martin knows he can't allow him to get away. And we left ourselves a little vulnerable again to a counter-attack from our own set piece. You mentioned El Mohammadi was the only one up top. With his strength and pace and power there, man, it's not just to get the 30, 40, 50 yards up the pitch. Wins them a free kick. They're in no great rush to take it. Another substitution by Johnny Jackson. Looks like he's about to be made.
Yeah, Tilly's coming off. It's a good game. Scored the goal, of course. And the player coming on. We'll let you know shortly.
Well, we don't want penalties. And the referee making sure that Wimbledon take the free kick from the correct area. It's going to be a left footing, long one in. Sanchez on between the penalty spot and 6-yard ball. Ball's played in. He's come a long way. He's got to claim it. And he does. Brilliant piece of goalkeeping that. Really brilliant. I can tell you there is nothing better. Late in the game, when there's a free kick against you, you're under a little bit, you know, the scoreline isn't over yet, and your big goalkeeper comes and claims it. It just takes the sting out of everything.
Fernandez for Chelsea on the left-hand side. Bundled over. That's going to be a free kick for Chelsea. We are going to see Ryan McLean here, the number 17, to come on for Wimbledon. And it's going to be Tilly to come off. to the races to this near side. And McLean is coming on. So number 17 is on. Ryan McLean. Chelsea restart, and we've got a minute and a bit plus added on time. We might get... Oh, now then, El Hamadi is coming forward here after a mistake at the back, takes it on, and it's a comfortable save from Sanchez, but that was the chance.
That was the chance. Desai just gets... Was it him that gets... Who was it gets caught unfair? I looked away briefly. Couldn't believe to see that... Was it...
Well, either way, Chelsea get away with it and come forward with Jackson, who just can't control. Seen that chance again from Al Hamadi.
Oh, I looked down at my notes. Next thing, they're in on goal.
Wimbledon have had chances to score more than the one that they have had scored.
Al Hamadi's given a real presence up top, you know. He's been good. Link-up play again. Wimbledon come again. This game is not over, by the way. It is not over.
Martin intercepts, does well to stretch and get to that, does really well. Malagusto and then Caicedo forwards. Jackson's touch looks to spin his man. Caicedo might be able to take it on. Cleared in field. Opportunity for Enzo Fernandez. He's got Jackson right-hand side. Here is Jackson to come infield. Flicks it for Caicedo. And now Gallagher. And Caicedo again. And Enzo Fernandez. Martin through the centre. Just ignored for now. 7 minutes of added on time. Now it's with Conor Gallagher. Right-hand side. Looks to get to the byline. And then checks back, does well, finds Malagusto, who races towards the penalty area, right flank, looks to get the cross in, it's cleared away.
Yeah, disappointing cross from someone that we know that can deliver. We saw the Sterling goal against Luton, gets in those areas, picking that cross. Chelsea now just passing it around. Possession is everything. From here, with 6.5 on the clock there, just keep the ball. I know that's sometimes easier said than done, but the quality we've got out there, don't give the ball away.
Malagusto, right-hand side. Down by the corner flag. Takes the touch for Martin on his left side again. He's had one sighter, but he loses possession. It's cleared. Al Hamadi will chase it down, but this time Disasi is a bit more definitive with his ball and does find Sanchez. And then Humphries will play it forward to Ukuchukwu. But it's never been comfortable for Chelsea tonight. And they've still got 5.5, 6 minutes remaining to just make sure that they're in the draw for the third round. Another goal won't go amiss. This is Enzo Fernandez. They're backing away. And it's Cucurella to play it back. And it's cleared away behind for a corner when there were 3 Chelsea players inside the box. But none of them could get there.
Yeah, lots of runners. Bodies going forward. Those fresh legs in the middle of the park have made such a difference. This time Enzo, you got Jackson running one side. You got Cucurella the other. Plays the ball out to Cucurella. Drills it across the edge of the 6-yard box. Anyone in there's been a number of those balls there looking for that instinctive striker to read the pass, get in those areas. Ian Wright, when I played, Ian Wright would be gobbling those up.
In swinger this time for Chelsea, left-hand side. And he comes towards the near post. Good defensive header away, only as far as Cucurella. And now it's with Martin once more. Still plenty of blue shirts forwards here. Cucurella plays it to the left-hand side once again. Enzo Fernandez to curl in towards Jackson.
Oh, I have to say.
Was that Ukuchukwu? It was Ukuchukwu that got forward.
He does. He's looking for a foul in that case. From where we're at, can't really see it. Let's have a look on the monitor. Woman to come again down the right-hand side. No, you're not going to get that. No, he does well defend up, uses his body. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, he's been the sort of defensive midfielder, but he's always looked to join in those attacks. He made some good runs.
Yes, he has, but defensively he's been that third or fourth centre half at times, hasn't he, where he just drops in.
Wimbledon will clear. Ball is out of play at the moment. Malagusto is going to take the throw. The referee just reminds him to get on with it. Caicedo takes a touch. Ukuchukwu looks for Disasi. Now it's with Robert Sanchez. Disasi once again. Chelsea look to play around the press here. Flick forward Casado will flick it on. Jackson will take the touch. The
Lovely
back heel is
centre-forward
good for the
play.
Ecuadorian. Now it's with Enzo Fernandez. Cucurella left-hand side. Chelsea have worked it really well here. Cucurella looking for Gallagher. Takes a touch. Oh, he should have finished, but it's fails to find the target. The approach play was brilliant. They play through the press. They get the spaces. They work the angles, but the shot from, 7 yards out doesn't find the target.
He's been good, really good, Connor. Should score. That's a part of his game, really. I know he went through that spell when he was on loan at Crystal Palace, where he almost seemed to be scoring every other week, or a couple of goals. I think he might be against West Ham. Got to score, hit the target, and he'll know that. But I don't want to take anything away from his performance because he has been outstanding.
McLean, left-hand side, claiming handball. Referee agrees. Free kick for Chelsea. 3 minutes remaining. And things to build on, things to work on. But Chelsea will be in the draw for the third round as long as the Blues can see this one out for an extra 2.5 minutes. And seeing how it's over-egging it, yes, Wimbledon have had the odd counter and still do look dangerous, but Chelsea deserve to go through here. Long for Jackson to battle. He loses out. Wimbledon have it again. Malagusto flicks it forwards. McLean will take it down now. Martin tries to get in amongst them and wins it back. It's going to be a Chelsea throw.
You said it earlier, Dan. Chelsea have never quite looked comfortable. I think it describes it very well, actually. We've always been in a position where we've either chased the game or even at 1-1, you're thinking we need that next goal, and it wasn't carved out by a brilliant piece of play. It was in the end, it was a ricochet that we took advantage of. Look, we've been the better side. I'm not sitting there going to say anything different, and we thoroughly deserve to go through. That's not how football always works. That third goal has eluded us. We've had chances. Gusto's come on and given us an extra dimension. I have to say he's been good.
Disasi runs into trouble, but does win the throw. Does he know it's gone against Chelsea? McLean will take it for the Dons. 90 seconds remaining. And the 7 minutes have added on time here. And Chelsea lead by 2-1. Fernandez with a cultured finish after getting a lucky ricochet. The difference between the two sides after two first-half penalties. Tilly for Wimbledon and Maduike for Chelsea. Long for
Disasi
again, isn't it, to win the header?
It's been brilliant. Oh, got to sleep a little bit there. Gusto wins the header. Ball's gone to Wimbledon.
Hamadi, shot from distance, takes the deflection. Plenty of white shirts forward here. Hamadi looks to put it towards goal, and it goes out for a corner. That was a big chance.
Disasi, a brilliant piece of defending. El Mohammadi brings the ball down on his chest, cuts it inside. It's the ricochet. Connor blocks the shot initially. Ricochets up in the air. El Mohammadi brings it down. Disasi there is equal to it, toes it behind. Look at the clock, 30 seconds left. Wimbledon aren't out of this cup tie yet.
Corner for Wimbledon, and it comes far post. The keeper's up, Bash from the back, who wins the header, then loses the second ball, and Chelsea are on the move with an unguarded net here. Chelsea still coming forward. It's a really good, determined run. Casado's going to be offside if he plays it to him, but Fernandez isn't, and he misses the target. That might be the last act anyway. But from 25 yards out, tried to roll it into the net, just unable to do so. That is full time. Well, Wimbledon can be proud of their performance. They can be pleased about the way that they've come here with a game plan and given Chelsea a game. There is no doubt about that. They haven't left anything out there. But Chelsea's quality told in the end. Chelsea worked hard, made their own luck. And after Tilly's penalty was cancelled out by Maduike's spot kick, converted just before the end of the first half, Fernandez's strike ended up being the difference. But Wimbledon had chances, so did Chelsea in the end. Class outed, Jason, but this has been a bit of a workout that we probably didn't expect it was going to be a header kick.
No, I felt this game was never going to be a walkover. I think we said that before the game. Credit to Wimbledon. They came here tactically. They nearly got it right. They nearly got a perfection. In the end, it was a penalty that they got themselves off to a flyer. Once they got the nose in front, very difficult to break down. First half was a bit frustrating with Chelsea. Noni Maduike, the brilliant
guys, that's the end of the game.
For my money, him or Connor gets man of the match. That opened the game up to a 1-1 going in at half time. You can make an argument that was probably where the game changed. But in all honesty, at 1-1, Chelsea still very much in the hunt for that second goal. and it was Bass coming off his line. A ricochet, which led the ball to Enzo. Has a touch,
So Chelsea
25
to
yards out, slides
Afc
it into the empty net.
Wimbledon.
That was the difference in the end
It
between
was a
the
nice
two
game
teams.
anyway.
Well
It was a
played,
nice
Wimbledon.
game.
You left everything out there.
It was
You'll
a
be
nice
very
game.
proud of that.
Nice one,
But the better
nice
side
game.
won on the night.
Jason, enjoyed your company tonight. Enjoyed the fact that Chelsea are through to the third round of the Carabao Cup. The draw takes place tonight. That'll come through shortly, of course. But it's the Blues with a hard-fought 2-1 success. That means they are through to round through 3 of the Carabao Cup. From myself and Jason, it is good night. Have a very good evening. Full-time score here, Chelsea 2, Wimbledon 1.
Yeah, good night. Good night.